Assalamualaikum. May I see?
Sure.
Thank you. Here's my file, including my resume and my certificates.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Alright, let's get this started straight away.
Yeah, I prefer it that way as well.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, from my resume, you can see that my name is Amirul Nazmi Md Zamin. I prefer to be called Nazmi though. I am fresh graduate from International Islamic University Malaysia, IIUM, or maybe you know it by the name UIA. I graduated with Bachelor of English Language and Literature, with a minor in communication. Well, I'm a very goal-driven person, result-oriented as well. I'm natural with talking with people, communicating with others. I actually had a lot of acquaintances by my affiliation with people themselves, and that makes me a really happy person, if I may say.
Okay, can you tell us some of your strengths?
My strengths, okay. So first of all, like I mentioned just now, I am very good with people, apparently. I actually am very natural with, liaising, communication with others. I make friends, I make connections, I have a huge network of people who knows me, and that is actually a great help for me as well. I've benefited a lot from my communicative positivity. I'm sorry. Yeah, another strength is that I am a very leaderly person. I have been leaders for a lot, especially during my university time. As you may see that I was a chairperson, or you can say president, of my courses society, where I actually dealt with a lot of external affairs, which led to me liaising with people. I communicated with my own department, head of department, lecturers, professors. I communicated with the faculties society, Islamic Religious Knowledge and Human Sciences Student Societies, and also the Students Representative Council themselves. So in general, I communicated a lot with the higher ups, with the authority, so that gave me some sort of experience dealing with people like this. So yeah, those are my strengths, my strongest strengths.
It says here you're critical and creative. Can you give one example from your university time that you might have used these skills?
Okay, critical and creative. I prefer it to be into two separate situations. For me, critical, I am usually very analytical. I take pride in my sense of thinking, where I'm just gonna use my easiest example, being the chairperson of the society. Well, on paper, I should of course prioritize more of my people under me. But as a critical person, I look down every pros and cons, every nook and cranny that I can touch. So I make decisions based on my critical thinking. So it sometimes led to decisions that are questionable. For example, like me not prioritizing them, when instead prioritizing other things. But there are things that are necessary to do. So I use that critical thinking to take that necessary decision. Creative, well, before being the chairperson, I was in the secretariat as well as a unit member. So I used my creativity to come up with various events that I had handled as a program manager back in my time.
Okay, what about your weaknesses?
My weaknesses. Okay, my biggest weakness is that I am actually an impatient person. In the sense that with this impatience, I actually tend to do things at a very quick and speedy pace. So my works usually get done very early. And then I'm also a very competitive person. I put competitive as a weakness instead of my strength, because my competitiveness actually make me not happy with the work that I usually do. So I tend to go for more and more perfection. So yeah, I think those are my weaknesses that I can tell, my biggest weaknesses that I can show to you.
How do you ensure the quality of your work if it's fast-paced?
Well, that's why my weaknesses and strengths go hand in hand, tally, parallel to each other. Because when I do things at a very fast pace, it doesn't mean that I'm not critical and I'm not creative. I use both. And through my fast-paced work, I implement the critical thinking, I implement creative thinking, and I use my competitiveness to make it as perfect as I can. So when I say that my works are always done at a fast pace, it doesn't mean that they are not good.
Okay, where do you see yourself in another 5 years?
In another 5 years, if I am audacious, I would say in your place. But no, in this economy, to be realistic, I think I will still be working and earning my income and to sustain life. Maybe I can see myself with a family. I do not know, things happen. But all I can say is that I will still continue to strive to be a better person, a better worker, and a better servant to any company that I am serving.
Alright, let's talk a bit about ourselves. What do you know about our company?
Well, your company, Flextronics International, I can say that you are more technical in the sense that you focus more on the engineering, the IT, the hard sciences. And I also believe that you guys are specializing in mechatronics. So another thing that I actually found out about you is that you have 5 core values of cultural system in which in your work ethics you use these 5 values. Firstly, you focus more on your customers, and then you go for your perfect execution, and then you focus more on your delivery of the execution as well. So, and then your work are always concise, in the sense that it's perfect, yet it is done in the simplest manner, but it's at the optimum level. And you guys are very credible about it. You guys have the credibility, the trust from the other clients to have to put their works into your hands so that you can produce to them something great.
Okay. Are you good at dealing with change?
Well, I would say yes. I am good at dealing with change because you see, apart from being critical and creative, those 2 qualities make me a very flexible person. With being critical, I tend to, like I mentioned, I tend to look at every nook and cranny of anything. So when I see this thing that is usable, I look at the other things as well. So that makes me very not focused on only one thing. I make changes as well in my decision making. So I would say that I'm very okay with change actually.
Okay, this is one of the last questions.
Okay.
How do you make important decisions?
How do I make important decisions? First of all, I always hold this one principle for me that I learned from my times in organizing a society and all. It's never about you. It's about the others. So in this context, I would say I make decisions based on the company that I'm going to work with. So does it bring benefit to the company? Does it allow the company to have good image? It doesn't matter if it's not for me, but for the company, for the things that I do, that's how I make important decisions.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time and consideration. Thank you.